Okay, let's go on to step 12. Step 12 tells us to go to the map worksheet where we're going to insert a map for the states and revenue. So highlight the data, insert. We can go into recommended charts and it'll tell us, give us an idea, and this is the one we want. And we can cut and paste into cell C1, or we can just move it there as well. Format the data series to show only regions with data and show all map labels. Step 13. So if we right click on the map, format data series, we can map area, only regions with data, and map labels, show all. And that's what we want. We want those three states showing. Step 14, change the map title to April 5 to 9 gross revenue. So if we right click or left click on the chart title, and we can just start typing, it will appear sometimes in the formula bar, but sometimes also just in the chart title. Gross revenue. And there we go. Now, step 15, through the rest, refer to the loan worksheet. I'm going to make this a little bigger, where we're going to use various finance functions. Step 15 is to use the IPMT function to calculate the interest for the first payment. So we're going to cell F2, and we enter the IPMT function. The rate is going to be the monthly rate. The period for which we want to enter the interest is period 1. Number of payments is cell B6, and the loan is $75,000. So we need to hold a few of these things constant. We're going to be copying down, so we want cell B4, B6, and B2, and we want the negative sign in front of the B2 because a payment function, PMT function, will always reverse the payment and the loan. So they'll always be opposite signs. And there we go. We can move the cursor to the bottom right corner, double click left, and there we do. Now in cell, for step 16, cell G2 use the PMT function to calculate the principal paid for the first payment. Basically the same process, using a different function. It's still a payment function. The rate is going to be the monthly rate. We're going to want the principal for the first payment. The number of payments in total is 72. The loan is going to be a negative cell B2. Keep in mind that we will be copying these down, so we want everything to have that mixed cell reference except for the beginning or the period number D2. So we have that entered, and then we can double click that down, and there we go. In cell H2, we're going to enter a formula to calculate the ending principal balance. Here is just a formula of the beginning balance minus the principal. That's the amount that we actually paid down the loan, and we can move our cursor, copy and paste down, or double click there. You'll notice that the beginning balance is now calculated down. The beginning balance had a formula that was based on the previous ending balance, so of course that was only showing after we calculated the ending balance. Step 18, we want to determine how much interest was paid during the first 2 years. So we're going to cell B10, entering some summary statistics. So we have this cumulative interest based on the PMT function. So the rate is our monthly interest rate. The beginning payment period is period 1. Oh, sorry, that was a number of payments, which is B6. The loan is B2. The starting period is cell D1, the first payment, and we want to calculate the interest for the first 2 years, or 24 payments. And we have one more we need to enter in here, which is a 0. None of these, or all the cell references can be relative because we're not copying this down or copying this left to right, so they can all have that relative cell reference, which means no dollar signs. We press OK. It gives us a negative value. The question states we want that value to, the result to be positive. One way to do this is put a negative sign in front of the function, and there it is. Same thing with the principal paid. It is going to be this function, cumulative principal, and we can go, oops, I need to spell this correct. There we go, cumulative principal. The rate is the monthly interest rate. Number of payments is 72. Loan is B2. Starting D1. Ending D25. And we need a 0 there for the type of payment. It gives us a negative value. We put a negative sign in front of the function, and it gives us a positive value. Okay, now step 20 is to perform a what-if analysis to determine the rate in order to have a monthly payment of $11.50 instead of $12.07.87. This is our monthly payment right now. Where am I? Right there, based on 5% interest rate. So the monthly rate needed, the monthly rate needed to get that monthly payment down to $11.50 is going to be a rate function, and we're going to enter number of payments is 72. The payment is this one, $11.50, and the loan is going to be a negative B2. The step says to have it returned as a positive value. So that's what we need to do. We're not copying this down or copying it over, so we don't need dollar signs in here. And there is our interest rate. The next step, step 21, is to calculate the APR for the monthly rate. So this is just the monthly rate times 12. There we go. That's step 21. Step 22 is to insert a footer on all the sheets. So we can do this one at a time, or we can highlight, or we are in the loan worksheet, press Control, click on Map, Stats, and Week, then go into the page layout, page setup, use that down arrow. This is my preference to enter headers and footers. It says here to enter your name on the left side, sheet name code in the center. Oops. Yeah, that was right, sorry. And the right section to be the file name. And there we go. We can do a print preview. There is our footer on all of our sheets. Go back and save and close. And we're done with Capstone 7.